Hey, what's up, guys? It's 4 a.m. on a Saturday morning or a Friday night, whatever you'd like to call it. I'm just finishing up here in the shop for the night, and I actually got the batch done, which feels really nice. Look at that. They're all done. I just finished washing them down, doing a little quick check over, oiling the handles that need to be oiled, buffed the handles that needed to be buffed. And they're looking stunning. Very proud of this batch. A lot of really nice configurations here, in my opinion. So you'll want to stay tuned and be on the lookout. December 1st, www.kylenoseworthy.com. Hit the shop tab and you will be able to buy some stuff. It will be shipped out immediately, as fast as I possibly can, so that those who are placing those orders for Christmas, in hopes of getting them for Christmas, they should make it, unless you're in somewhere maybe like Australia, which in past experiences Australia takes a while to ship to. But anywhere outside of there, like anywhere in North America, you should have no problem getting your order by Christmas. So I'm about to go inside now. It's just so nice, guys, having this shop here this time of year. Last year this would have been way out in the detached shed with low light and no heat and anything like that. And here I'm just in my clothes, comfortable, good internet, all the power and light that I could want. It's just a real blessing. I'm so fortunate and grateful to have such a setup. But I'm to go in. Maybe I'll do a bit of editing. It may not be any point in going to bed or anything. I'll probably feel worse if I lay down for a nap, because if I lay down now at 4 or 4:30 and doze off to sleep, and then my little one wakes me up at 6:30 for the day, I'll probably feel a lot worse than if I had just stayed up. So I'll probably stay up now, do some editing, and push on through today, Saturday. So we'll see if we can get some more vlog content for you today. But I just wanted to let you guys know, and to start this vlog off on a high note, batch is finished. So exciting. I laid down. Shouldn't have did it. I said that I shouldn't have done it. Just for a very short period of time. Everything's looking good. We're gonna go out and get a breakfast. That'll be a nice treat this morning. It's currently 10:30 in the morning. Out of town family breakfast is over, and it was lovely. Now back to work. So the beautiful thing here is, after all that grinding, all that hand sanding, I usually then have to start all fresh with a new chore and do all the leather work. This time I ended up working it so that the leather work was done beforehand. So except for oiling, it's pretty well all done. So I just need to go ahead, do my burnishing, do my oiling, different things like that. Not a ton of work, maybe at most I would say an hour here total. All this leather work will be done. Oh, I keep dropping them. And these will all be ready for a photo shoot, which is very exciting. Very exciting. A lot of work gone in here. Still just oiling up these sheaths here, because there's quite a few to work work through here. And you know, I was thinking it's pretty easy to settle into and be distraught by like the monotony of tasks like this. Just the repetition over and over and over. And it's easy to let that throw you off and to want to throw it down and walk away from it. And I know a lot of people fall into a routine of monotony and they just don't feel like anything's changing. But I try to look at it from the perspective that monotony allows me to get really excellent at a particular thing. To grind one knife and then to go heat treat one knife, to handle and finish and sand one knife, and then to build a sheath for one knife lets you're certainly practicing a skill set. But to sit there and grind 20 knife bevels in a row, there's all kinds of extra benefits that come from that. Even if you weren't learning anymore, let's just say, which of course you are, unless you're too stubborn to learn. Even if you weren't learning anymore, just the repetition is building in that muscle memory and building in, even on a lower level, just dexterity. Just doing that same repetitive task over and over and over, pinching that blade. You're just building up hand dexterity, which will carry over to other projects. So there's always something to find, even in monotony, or at least that's been my experience. That's in my opinion. So don't just let yourself settle into the fact, or let yourself believe that there's nothing coming from the monotony, that you've bottomed out, that there's nothing more. I don't subscribe to that notion. I was just thinking about when I was leaving, and that was the last one. Got some small 4-sack sheets here. When I was leaving St. John's, so I spent 5 years in Corner Brook, Newfoundland, and Corner Brook would be considered a bigger center. And within 2 months maybe of moving to Corner Brook, moving from my little rural town here, I got involved and was playing at the, at, I believe, the biggest church, Westside Tabernacle. If anyone's local here, you'll know it. Westside Tabernacle in Corner Brook. And a good diverse music team, lots of different levels of skill sets, but it was nice because the style of music was totally different from what I was used to playing. More traditional country here. So when I moved there, I was able to take my musicianship to another level, because I was exposed to a different style of music, and then when after 5 years there, I moved into St. John's. I attended an even bigger church there, and the worship team there at the time, the set of musicians were phenomenal. That was just such a great time. And man, I just used to long for Sunday to come to get to play worship with those guys, because it's just so much fun. And then after 2 years there, knowing that I was moving back home here again and going back to a more simpler style of music, so some modern, some contemporary gospel music, which at the church I was attending in St. John's, they were leading a lot of contemporary worship. Have a lot of really excellent musicianship there. Some of it was definitely a challenge, just an introduction to new scales and to practice scales outside of the simple major scales that I was most used to playing, and just pushed me, and every week I tried to incorporate something new. It was a new challenge. So then, like I said, when I had planned to move back to my hometown again, there was that feeling of going back to the same music that I was playing when I was in high school here, like a simpler traditional country gospel music. But I tried to take the opinion or the attitude or the challenge to take the time while I'm here, and maybe I'll always be here, but Even if not, I'll take the time while I'm here to practice the basics, to get back to the basics again. Good, solid timekeeping, clean rhythm. So instead of, like on the drums, instead of some fancier stuff, some fancier fills and the big builds, going back to locking in those traditional rhythms, just really tight rhythms. And I've chose to focus on that, so to not bear down or to lock down on the monotony. And because I think once you decide that the task is monotonous and that you've sort of bottomed out, you do stop learning, because your mind checks out. There's nothing else in it for you. You've checked out at that point, and you're just going through the motions, which is a terrible state to be in my opinion. So don't focus on the monotony. Try to search for the new challenge in everything that you do. And that's just the way I looked at my music. And I think since I've moved here, some of my gospel chops have probably degraded a little bit. I'm playing bass a lot less out here, so my bass skills, my hands won't do what they could do. I'm not as tight on some of my fills and stuff, or not quite as creative on the kit as I was when I was in St. John's, because I'm not playing the same style of music, and I haven't been practicing at all. So what I have put my focus on, like I said, was just trying to tighten up my playing a little bit and find new challenges. Find challenges in the monotony. Don't just settle in and check out. It's now 25 to 2 in the afternoon, and I just finished up the photo shoot. So photos for all the knives, so I can market them on social media, even the ones that are custom orders there and are already sold, so I don't need to create sale posts or anything. I still like to get pictures as often as I can, use for social media marketing, Facebook, Instagram, thumbnails and stuff for YouTube. So yeah, take as many pictures as I can, but like I said, a lot of the pictures there were mandatory. I just used a basic setup with the shop door open here, some paisley fabric that I had left over, and I think we've got a real nice setup. So now the next step is to take these all in, start building the website. I've already started working on that, and hopefully the launch goes well. So December 1st, guys, make sure you check it out. I'm thinking I'll do 12 o'clock noon, Newfoundland Standard Time. That's GMT minus 3:30, I believe so. But it's Newfoundland Standard Time anyways, or some people say St. John's Time, SJT. But either way, make sure you check out the launch. There'll be other stuff there as well. Used gear, like I mentioned earlier. We'll have some hats, some clothes and merchandise, and different things there. So make sure you check it out. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button if it's your first time here. Hit the subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below. We'll see you in the next video.